I'm still in Puerto Rico and I'm going to do another video including my Poolin eoc06. If you were here before, you know that I did an unboxing and then I went ahead and did some samples, getting used to the machine because it's a new software, it's a different machine. I'm used to the Embroider, embroidery single needle embroidery machines, and also to my multi-needle Ricoma. This is a different machine and it has a different software. So I took my time to learn the software, to learn the machine, and I decided to go ahead and do a new project using a sweatshirt. So I'm going to be using a sweatshirt. It's a simple embroidery design and it has about 8 color changes. So I'm going to take you from the hooping of the sweatshirt all the way to the embroidery of it, okay? So guys, I can't wait to start, so let's go at it. I am at the craft table and these are the things that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using a Gildan sweatshirt. It's a size large, it's a cotton sweatshirt. The hoop that belongs to the Poolin eoc06, the single needle embroidery machine, and it's 8 by 11, 7.9 by 11, so I round it up always to 8 by 11. I'm going to be using cutaway stabilizer. I'm going to be using basting adhesive or temporary adhesive spray for the hooping, and scissors, different kind of scissors. I'm going to be hooping the shirt the regular way. There's also another way you can do it, and it's by floating the garment into the hoop. I have videos that show how to do that. For the sweatshirt, I'd rather hoop it the old-fashioned way because it's a thicker material and I want to make sure that it's nice and secure in here. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the stabilizer. And for me to do that, I'm going to turn the shirt or the sweatshirt inside out because I'm going to use my basting spray, which is temporary, to adhere the stabilizer to the sweatshirt, okay? All right, I'm gonna move the camera a little bit closer and then I'm gonna make it on a way that you can see. Okay, so make sure that it's nice and straight. Okay, so so this looks good right now. Yep. So I'm gonna make sure that the stabilizer covers the area that I'm interested on. Let me see, make sure that it covers the hoop because I think I cut it too short. No, it's perfect. It's not that short. I always do it so that it covers to the top. Then I put 3 fingers down, and this is the way the hoop is gonna go. All right. The design is gonna start here. So I have a print-out of the design, and that will help me to make sure that it's gonna cover the way I want it. 3 fingers down, or always here. And I want to clear for the middle. I have plenty of space because this is just a short design. And then what I'm going to do is I make sure that I have the same space in here, which is perfect. So I know this is the perfect position right now for the stabilizer to be. So I'm going to spray one side first. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit. Then I'm going to spray the other side. I put it on top of the stabilizer, not on the garment. You can put on the garment if you choose to. I spray a little bit on the sleeve, but it is what it is. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the shirt inside out again. Put it on this corner, make sure that it's gonna adhere here. Even though I'm gonna be trimming this later on. But I want to make sure that the stabilizer is not going to move when I turn the garment right side out. Okay? Just checking the camera. That's all I'm doing. Okay? Right. So the next step to do for me is to bring the hook right here and place it inside the garment. Now, when you do this, you have to decide which way the garment is going to go into the embroidery machine. I usually place the longer part outside and the shorter part close to the neck of the machine. So this is the way that I'm going to hook the shirt. The shirt is going to go like this. Okay? Just pretend that this is the embroidery machine right here. Let me see if you can see the hand. Yeah. And this the way the machine is gonna hook, because on this machine it starts here. The other machine, like the Embroider machines, they have the hook up on this side. This one have the hook up on this side right here. So that's the way that I want it. Okay. Three fingers down. I'm gonna put a needle right here to give me a position of a piece of tape. Okay. It's gonna start here. This is just give me an idea of where the design is gonna start at. Okay. Yeah. Piece of tape. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this inside the garment, making sure that it's all the way open. I think I can afford to open it more. Okay, this is a thick material, so you're going to place it under the stabilizer, because the stabilizer is on the top here. Okay. So I can see the hook in here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I can see the frame right here. I'm gonna put my hands on the side to make sure that it's spaced out the same way. I can tell it's too much to the left. So goes this way. I can see straight right here, because I can see the frame of the hook right here. And if you have any doubt, all you have to do is get a ruler and measure to make sure from the frame to the seam of the shirt. Right here, I have 3.5 inches, and right here, I have a little bit over 3.5, so I'm going to move it a little bit this way. And it doesn't have to be so exact, but you know, you want to have more or less the same amount of spacing. Now I moved it too much. This is a time that you take to make sure that the space or the position is correct. Okay, you want to make sure that it's centered. This was pretty good to me. It's close enough to me, okay? To my eye. Okay. Okay. So now the next step is to place the other part of the hook on the top, okay? And you're gonna go ahead and place it in. I go to usually opposite corners. first. Okay guys, it took me a little while to hoop it. It is the first time that I hoop a sweatshirt on this hoop for this machine. It's just like any other hoop, you have to get used to it, but it went in and I want to make sure that it was in. That's why I took my time to do so. Okay. I'm going to make sure that it's centered again. I'm sure that I didn't move the hoop, but to me it looks like it moved a little bit. So I don't know, I might have to re-hoop it again. The hoop is not centered, so I'm gonna have to hoop it again. So let's do this all over again, because I don't want it to shift a little bit. So I don't want that to happen. So let's start all over again. Okay. It shifted towards the right. And even though it was a little bit, I don't want the design to be off center. This is just a try out garment, but still it's a hoodie, and I mean it's a sweatshirt and I don't want to mess it up, right? So looks better this time. So now I'm going to tighten the hook again on the back. For those who are new to embroidery, I'm going to go back here to the screw. I'm going to tighten the screw. And I have a little screwdriver that I'm going to use also to make sure that it's completely tight, okay? If you notice in the back, look, it's nice and tight, okay? Let me get the screwdriver. So what I'm going to do at the same time is I'm going to cut off this excess that I don't need. This excess I'm going to cut it off. Okay, make sure that it's tight again. Guys, this is the first time that I am using the Poolin, my new machine for a sweatshirt, okay, or for a garment. You saw the first video on this machine. I was just making samples to get used to the stitching, to get used to the program, to get used to their software. So this is the first time that I'm going to try a garment on the machine, okay? My first time, all right? Okay, so that looks pretty nice and secure to me, like it's not going anywhere. All right? Okay, so now I'm gonna place the design here. It has this notch in here, and I'm gonna use this notch to let me know the center of the design. You have this hairline of the printout for my embroidery. For those who follow me, you know that I use it on all my embroidery design to give me an idea visually how it's going to look. If I need to lower it, if I need to keep it this way, right now I think I'm going to lower it a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to lower it right here because it's a small design So this is the center of the design right here. It has the notches in here too, but because this is a narrower design, I'm not gonna use really that much. I'm going to use this one right here to give me an idea. I'm gonna tape it in there, okay? I will take that off once I'm done hooping the garment into the machine. I mean, placing the hook into the machine. But this will give me an idea when I'm tracing that I'm in the right position, okay? So I'm gonna take you to the embroidery machine. I'll see you back over there at the table where the embroidery machine is at, okay? So before I take it to the machine, what I did was I made sure that I clear the fabric from the back of the hoop by bringing the back towards the front and using tape to hold it. You can use whatever you wanna use to hold the garment away from the center, making sure that you're not gonna block the design when it's embroidering. I've done this before. You can go ahead and go back to my video library and you'll see a lot of other videos that have done the same thing. In the past, I have used the spool huggers. There are some plastic little huggers that you use on the spool of the embroidery thread to make sure that it doesn't unravel, but I use it to hold it. This time, because I'm in Puerto Rico, I don't have them here, I decided to use just regular tape. This is the painter's tape, which is very soft and it's easy to manage. It doesn't get stuck to the garment or anything like that, to make sure that this doesn't interfere with the embroidery. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and move you to the embroidery machine, all right? Okay, so I'm here, so the next thing I'm gonna do is to place the hook on the machine. These are the areas where you're gonna use to hook the garment here. For those who saw my last video on this machine, I showed you clearly how to do it and how to do it. This is gonna be kind of tricky to clear because it's kind of high. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attempt to come this way, which is a little bit lower, and then turn the garment around. You're gonna move up the foot of the machine all the way out. This machine gets even higher than the brothers embroidery machines. You can go ahead and make it higher. And then I'm here. And then I'm gonna go ahead, let me see if I can get you closer. Excuse my movement around, but I want you to have a good view of it. Hopefully you're able to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna move this down and hook it in here and then let go. This is not all the way in, and then make sure that it's in there, okay? All right. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lower the camera so you can see the screen. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to center the design. But before I do that, I'm gonna trace the design. I'm gonna go, where are my glasses? I'm doing this without my glasses. I need my reading glasses. Okay. So. So I center more or less what I wanted. Let me put it lower a little bit here. That's good. So then I'm gonna go ahead and trace. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. Trace. And trace is right here on the screen. Okay, so now I don't need this anymore because it is centered and traced. And then the first thing I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna place the first color. This design has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 changes of thread. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the first one, the rest of the video, because I don't want to keep you here forever. I'm going to put it in fast mode with a nice background music, and that way you don't have to be doing, because it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. It has a lot of stitches, okay? So I'm not gonna keep you here. I'm running it at 600 stitches per minute. This machine can go, I believe I already was 700 to 750, but I'm gonna keep it at 600. So I'm gonna go ahead and thread the machine with the first color, which is the color orange sorbet or similar. I didn't follow the colors on the design. I picked my own colors that will match with the blue color of the sweatshirt. So yeah, so I'm gonna hold in here. I'm gonna place the thread and I'll be right back. This machine is very easy to thread if you use the auto threader. No issues whatsoever, okay? So I always trim a little bit, the thread a little bit, just a tiny bit in there, okay? So I am ready to start. So guys, let's get started. Oh, I'm sorry. It's telling me please press the ready button first. Okay, ready button. There you go. Okay. So I'm gonna move you so that you can see. I'm gonna stop it because I want to cut this thread in here. This machine causes it cuts the jump stitches from the crochet pattern. I'm just clearing to make sure that this part doesn't hit the so each letter has a different color. I'm gonna stop here because I don't know, I'm paranoid. I might be wearing too much, but I don't want that to hit the bunched up fabric in here. So I'm sorry, but I'm paranoid. But that's just me. Just want to make sure that it doesn't interfere. Okay, that's just me. Okay, let's get started. I plan to do another video on an applique using HDV instead of fabric on this machine. I am leaving Puerto Rico in 2 days, so I don't know if I'm gonna have time. I'm being very busy. I've been very busy while I'm here. So yeah, I wanted to bring more content, but like I said, I've been very busy. But I didn't want to leave Puerto Rico without doing a couple of more projects because this machine stays here in Puerto Rico. I'm not going to have this machine when I go back home. And over there I have a multi-needle embroidery machine. I have a Brother SC1900 and a Brother NQ1700E, which is a single needle machine with a larger frame. The hook on that machine is 6x11. No, 6x10. 6x10. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you to the next color change on the thread, and then I'm gonna just go fast mode so that we don't take that long doing this, okay? But so far it's looking really nice. I'm gonna take you closer. Let me see if I can get a close up, okay? There you go, that's better. And while that one is going, I'm gonna move you around because I want to show you the samples that I have run on this machine. I'm gonna move you to the other table, okay? So, for those who saw the other video, the one before this one, I ran this one again on a smaller scale. The bow, I love this design a lot. It comes as a built-in design on the machine, their library of designs. I ran it bigger, and if you have not seen the video, this right here gave me trouble because it was the first design that I did, and it took time for me to figure out the tension until I got it correctly, and then I ran it again, and it's perfect. I love this design. I ran this one. I'm in love with this one. This is also a design that comes in the machine's design library, and I ran it, and you can make it even bigger if you want it. I made this butterfly right here. Also belongs to the machine library, so I ran them over there. And this one that I'm doing right now is the design. I got this design from Creative Fabrica. I'm gonna share it down below in case you wanna use it. You can go to Creative Fabrica and buy it. I have a membership with Creative Fabrica, so all this design through the year is free. I only pay $3.95 a month, and I can download any design in any kind of embroidery, HTV, SVG, PNG, whatever you want, you can download it for free for a small fee of $3.95 a month. They still have that stem on. I have a link down below in my description box, so you can join and use it, okay? And this is the design that I'm running right now. I ran a sample before I put it on the sweatshirt, or the sweatshirt. This is exactly the same design. The color, is gonna change. I changed a couple of colors because it's another color, it's not pink, but I ran this and it ran perfectly on this sample. And that's the one that I'm running right now. Okay, so I'm gonna take you back to the embroidery. Alright guys, so I changed the thread, so I'm gonna restart now. It's a pink color. So this time I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place this on fast mode and see you at the end when we're almost done. The reason why I did not change the thread in front of you or teach you how to do it is because this Poolin machine has videos you can see on YouTube. It has a whole library of video tutorials on how to do everything on this machine, including from the beginning to the end. I'm saying lots of video, and you can watch. That's how I learned how to do it. And also I want to clarify for those who are new to the channel that this is my machine. I purchased this machine. I decided to try this machine on my craft room here in Puerto Rico. is embroidering the last letter of the word last. The next step is gonna be the yarn. No, I've been doing so much crochet lately that I keep saying yarn to the thread. So this is the embroidery thread in black, and it's gonna be the next part of the design, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, when this is done, I'm gonna switch the thread, and then I'm gonna continue with the video, all right? So we are done with this part of the embroidery. The machine is letting me know, and I'm going to show you how it looks when it tells you to switch the thread colors right here. This is the way that it looks like. It tells you please trim and change the color, and I'm going to say okay right here. All right, so let me take you back. I'm going to go ahead and change the thread color to the black. Okay, so I'll see you back when I'm done. I'm done threading the needle, so we're gonna press start to continue right here. I'm gonna stop the machine to cut the tail, because when I was threading I pulled the thread too long, and that's what happened. If you cut it here, usually when you do this part, it doesn't leave a tail, but I did pull the thread, so now I have a tail. All right, so let's continue. And this is the last part of the design in the black colored thread, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep running this one, and I'll see you at the end when the whole thing is finished, all right? And by the way, I have had no thread breaks through the whole process, and I only changed the bobbin once, which was very easy to change. So for those who saw the unboxing of the machine, when I was trying the first design, trying the machine for the first time on samples, you remember that I have thread breaks because the tension was wrong and I needed to adjust it. Following the instructions that came on the booklet, I skipped reading those instructions and I wanted to do it on my own, but it clearly tells you the range of the setting for the tension that you need to begin. So I went back to the instruction booklet and I followed their instructions, and once I did that, I had no issue with the tension, setting the tension. I did not change the tension at all. That I had already said when I was doing the samples on my cotton, the thin cotton fabric, and this is a thicker fabric, and I didn't have to mess up with the tension. I left it at the same, and it's working wonderfully. All right, so I'll see you at the end when this is done. This came out amazing. All right, so let's take this off the machine, and I'm going to transport you back to the table so we can unhook it. Okay. Look at the back of the embroidery. No cleanup necessary at all. No cleanup. Look at how beautiful, guys. Look at this. Perfect height, nice and straight. I was concerned a little bit about this color right here. I think I chose yellow here and another light pink in here, but I said I don't want it to repeat the pink. I want it all to be different colors. So I chose this orange and I thought it was gonna be too bright, but it was perfect. Right in here, it came out perfect. No issues whatsoever. There's the little jump stitching here. That's about it. Everything there is perfect. Ta-da! Guys, this is the result. I am so happy about the whole thing. Like I said before, I have no thread breaks, I have the perfect tension, and the colors are amazing. I have to record these colors because I did some changes at the last minute and I have to remember which color I use because I'm gonna keep it this way. I am so happy about the whole thing. And yes, if you have any questions about the whole process, let me know down below in the description box and I will gladly answer all your questions. I'm flying back home on Tuesday. Today is Sunday, March 2nd. So I'm going to be flying back home and I'm going to be releasing more content, including embroidery, sewing, and all the other stuff that I do, okay? Guys, this is everything for now. If you're new, remember, and you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free and you get to enjoy all my content. If you like this content, go ahead, guys, and give that thumb up. I am so glad that my channel is growing thanks to you. I will see you soon. I will see you later. Bye. Hasta luego.